Hi there, so I want to do a quick reading. And this is just to find out what you need to know most right now. So it's a quick general reading of what you need to know most right now. So we have the Hermit. We have the Nine of Swords. We have the Strength reversed. And with the Page of Swords reversed. Okay. Okay, so with the Hermit here, this tells me this is something that you probably moved yourself away from, a situation you probably steps away from, but something that you're having to look back over now, something that you stepped away from to get clarity, to get some kind of, get your mind together, get yourself back on track, get your thoughts right. In doing so, you're having to now face the past, you're having to now look at what has gone on and shine a light on it. So it may be that in moving yourself away from something that you opted to kind of move yourself away from it, but not really deal with it. So now it may be that you've been pulled to look at the past, because whatever's gone on in the past has been causing you a lot of stress and anxiety. And if we don't deal with things, and if we allow things to continue the way that they are, or if we continue to ignore things, then this will just keep going, this will just keep happening. And we will continue to have this, whatever it is, fester on our minds to the point where it's causing destruction and distraction in our lives and causing anxiety and worry and stress. And if we don't deal with it, which we need to deal with it, then we're going to continue down this path. So there's a need now to revisit, if you will, the past and take a look at what went on, what happened, and see if you can figure out kind of where it went wrong, maybe what you could change or what you could fix about it, what you could sort out about it. And if you can't sort anything out about it, what you can just make peace with and then move on from, because it may be that you just shut it out so fast that you've not given yourself chance to make peace with it either. It's like we've just kind of abandoned the situation and then moved on. With the Strength in reverse it, though, you may be feeling that maybe you're not quite strong enough, or you're not up to it, or you're not up to the challenge of facing the past in some way. There may be something about it where you're concerned, or it's bringing you more stress for the idea or the fact that it may be something that's going to drag up a lot of things that you're just not ready to deal with at the moment. However, I feel like even in reverse with the Strength card here, this is telling you that, you've got yourself into a place now where something is overpowering you, where you're kind of giving your energy away to something. And I think sometimes we can give our energy away to something if we're not prepared to deal with, face, or kind of work through something. We're handing away our energies to it, and that's where more stress comes in. So although the idea of kind of facing something can cause us stress and give us worry and anxiety, the not dealing with it, the handing away our power in regards to it, causes, in fact, more stress still. It perpetuates, it prolongs that kind of situation. Whereas if we face it, it might be hard, it might be heavy, it might be something that we find that we really struggle with, but we can get it resolved and dealt with, or worked through and put to bed in a shorter space of time, instead of it dragging on and on and on. Because eventually there'll come a point where we do have to face it, and we do have to deal with something from the past that we're not wanting to deal with, or acknowledge, or front out something that we don't want to acknowledge or front out. And there comes a point where we have to. We will have to, it will become that disruptive, or it'll cause that many problems in our lives that we literally will have to deal with it. And this could be years and years down the road. And it's, do you want to drag that out? Do you want to keep handing away your power in a situation and let it drag out for that long? Or do you want to kind of suffer it for a shorter term, get it dealt with, get it worked through, get it put to bed once and for all for yourself, so that you can move on and release yourself from like the kind of toxic kind of chains that are attached to whatever this situation is? With the Page of Swords in reverse here, this may be to do with a person that was very toxic. This may actually be, this could actually even be you. This could be you that somebody has made you, turned you into a negative person, or that you might be feared of the idea that if you do face something off, that you are going to get pulled back into a negative energy. Because like the Page of Swords is someone that kind of tries to find out the truth. It's someone who comes in speaking the truth, but it's someone that can be pulled into childish energy, especially in reverse. They can be pulled easily into childish energy, and this might be why you're concerned about facing something from the past, because it might be something that kind of triggers you off into a bit of a more immature kind of sense of self, and this is what you would worry about. But this could also be that this is somebody else who has been this way in your life, who has created this situation in your life, and you are worried about facing this in case it brings them back into your life. If it's to do with a person, in case it brings them back into your life and they cause disruptions for you going forward. So there's that kind of energy there. See if we can get anything else. So if we actually revisit the past and have a look at the past and see what's going on there, and try and work our way through it and be able to put it to bed, what do we have to look forward to? So we've got the Chariot. One spin. Got one flipped. Okay, so we've got the Chariot, the Fool, the Five of Swords, and the World. Sure, one of them just came out reversed. I'm sure one of them just came out reversed. I've turned them this, if they did, I've turned them this way for a reason. So the Chariot and the Fool here, there's this idea, if you do revisit something, it's being able to kind of move forward, have victory and success in a situation, and be able to kind of get a grip of the situation and move yourself forward with it. With the Chariot here, this is about getting control over your life. This is about getting control over where you are, control over your mental health, control over your thoughts and your feelings, and control over any kind of especially if this is you yourself, if you are taken to a place where you can be dragged into a more immature energy, where you can be dragged into where someone that can just throw your emotions off balance and make you emotionally unbalanced in that way, especially if this is you getting, if you face this, if you deal with this, if you go and shine a light on the past and kind of figure out what's what and what caused what and work through stuff, then you are going to get a handle on it, and you're going to be moving yourself forward in it. This is a victorious move forward. And with the Fool here, again, this is about being able to then move into taking new chances in life, being able to move in a new direction, being able to take leaps of faith, and not being worried or overly concerned about what's ahead for you, because you're not going to be allowing yourself to be sat in a place of stress and worry and anxiety anymore. You're going to be able to move forward freely, without a care in the world. So it's almost like if you put this to bed, you will do yourself a massive justice by kind of putting this to bed and being able to move yourself forward, and doing so in a very happy, carefree way. Now with the Five of Swords here, it is something, I feel like it's either something that makes you feel something that knocks you into a kind of immature energy, but this also might be somebody themselves that is an immature person, or somebody that was a bit talked a lot of shit, caused a lot of trouble, and it could be something like that. And this could be you kind of having concerns about this, but I don't feel it is in this situation. I feel like this would be you finally winning out in the situation. This would be you finally winning in the situation. And when we see the Five of Swords, usually we think of winning at what cost. Well, it doesn't matter at what cost at the moment. This is just you taking back control in the situation and winning out in the situation, not allowing this situation to haunt or hurt you anymore. So the cost of it is you gaining and gathering your freedom and your peace of mind and moving on from it. And this is where the world opens up for you. This is where your new starters are coming in, and this is where you're going to cycle out of, I feel like, a place of anxiety, a place of stress, and a place of worry, or where things just like get on top of you quite a lot. I feel like you'll be cycling out of that because you've done the work and you're doing the work and you're able to like objectively look at things and say, look, yeah, this happened, that happened. Yeah, maybe it did make me act a bit immature. Maybe it did drag me into behaving a way. It wasn't the best. I wasn't the best, you know, and being able to objectively look at everything, the whole situation as a whole, and then being able to move yourself forward from it. And that's when new starts, new things are going to come in for you. This is where the cycle is going to be complete for you. You're going to be able to close it, put it to bed once and for all, and move forward. And I feel like this will be you getting back. This is, sorry, I'm banging the phone. This will be you getting back controlling a situation, whereas this may have been before you in the background. You may have been the one in the background in this situation who had things taken from them, or who had been verbally abused, or who had been had the advantage taken of them. And I feel like now this is going to be you taking back that power. This is going to be you taking that back and moving yourself out of that energy. But you need to do the work. You need to face it. You need to go back through it. You can't keep pushing something aside and acting like it doesn't exist or it doesn't happen. It didn't happen, because it did happen. And it will continue to remain a weight in your mind for as long as you try and pretend or act like it doesn't matter. Because just because you're acting like something isn't there or doesn't matter, doesn't mean it doesn't matter in your mind, and it doesn't mean that your mind and your thoughts and your mental health isn't going to suffer because of it. So you need to deal with it, and I feel like that's the message that's coming through there. So I'm going to leave that one there. Thank you.